Hey guys, it's Dina here, and I'm going to do a review and some swatches of the 3 new 8-pan palettes that were released for the holidays from Wet'nWild. And these have been super hard to find for me. I actually had a friend of mine up in the Northeast that was able to find these, so I sent her the money and she was able to pick them up and ship them to me. 2 of them, and then a sweet girl on Instagram picked up the 3rd one and shipped me the 3rd one. So these are from the 2013. It's called the Spotlight Color Icon, or In the Spotlight Color Icon eyeshadow palettes. There are 3 of them. As far as I can see, they are limited edition. However, it does not say limited edition on the packaging. I'm not sure if it does on the actual display. There's been a lot of different reviews on these 3 palettes. Some of the people who I've seen says they're the greatest thing, that they love them. Other people are saying that they're kind of hit and miss. So this is just going to be my opinion on them. You may think totally different once you try them, but again, this is just my opinion on them. I'm a huge Wet'nWild fan. You know, I will give you my honest thoughts on them. Some of their stuff I can say is absolute crap. Some of it is really good, so I'm just going to let you know what I think of them. I went ahead, for time's sake, and did swatches ahead of time because there are so many colors, and I showed you variations on how to use the top 3 shades at the top, because I'm just going to show you how I think they should be used, and then you can just, you know, see what you think about that, and, you know, you may use them totally differently. So we're just going to go ahead and start with the first palette here, which is kind of like the more grays. And so go ahead and close the lid and show you the name of it. It's called a Great Glistener, and this one has, of course, 8 shades in the palette. All of them do come with 2 matte shades at the bottom, which can be used as an eyeliner, or you can just use them to kind of smoke out your crease. You can use them as a lid color. You can do whatever you want to with any of these. I'll kind of show you a better view of the palette. So each one is set up the exact same. There are 3 very sparkly, shimmery shades at the top, which I use to tap over the top of the finished look to give it just a little bit of added sparkle. There are 3 shades here on the middle row that are kind of like either a pearl type satin finish, or they have a little bit of glitter in them. As you can see, all of these have a little bit of sparkle to them. And then of course the 2 bottom shades are matte. Each one of the palettes comes with a sponge tip applicator and then a brush, which I always hold on to because you never know when you'll need them, especially if you're using these for travel. And I believe they retail for anywhere from like $4.99 to $5.99, just according to where you're buying them at. Alright, so we'll do swatches first, and I'll show you what I mean by I did a little bit of variation on them. I'm going to go ahead and set this to the side. Okay, on the left-hand side of the swatch is the top shimmer shade by itself, which is just a sparkly kind of gray-toned highlight shade. And then on the side right next to it is this color here on the second row with this on top of it. So I just did a combination of the 2 shades, so you can kind of see how I would use it myself. So you can see how it gets that kind of shimmery, kind of like a top coat to it. The second shade swatch right here is it's just kind of like a iridescent white. Almost reminds me of like Crystal Avalanche from MAC, which it's just a shimmery white. And then what I did was I used this purpley color here, which is the second color in the palette, with that color over top of it, and then it just gave it like a sparkly top coat over top. The third shade of the swatches is this golden color right here by itself. I know my camera's close, but I don't have a lot of room to work with. And then the swatch at the end here is the last color in the palette, which is this brown with the shimmer in it, with that color on top of it. So it just gives it just a shimmery sparkle. Alright, and then moving down the palette, it's just this shimmery gray, the purple, and the brown. So you have the shimmery gray, the purple, and the brown, which I can say that purple does not perform very well on its own. It's kind of sheer and would definitely need to be built up. All of these shades that I have on my hand swatched are swatched on top of e.l.f.'s $1 eye primer. The gray's okay. I actually did 2 swipes on that. There are 2 swipes on the purple, so as you can see, it's not that great. The brown is okay. It's definitely not that pigmented. That is 2 swipes, and it was a little patchy. The black is pretty nice. It is supposed to be matte, and as you can see, it's got quite a bit of a little glossy look to it. And the brown is the same way. It's supposed to be matte, but as you can see, it does have like a glossy look to it. And that was over top of the e.l.f. $1 primer. And I will swatch that again just to make sure that the primer was completely dry, and I know it was. Yeah, see how it's kind of got that look to it? It's just not, it's not matte. I don't understand how that can look that way. Because the powder in the container sure looks like it would be a matte, but it's definitely got some kind of a look to it. It's really pigmented. I mean, it's not a carbon or anything by MAC. Okay, so that is that palette there. Again, a Great Glistener. Alright, moving on to the next palette. That one is going to be more of like the, I would say it reminds me of like cotton candy colors. And it's actually probably one of the more pigmented of the 3. It's called Lights Camera Attraction, and it's got pinks, purples, blues. It's kind of an odd combination of colors at the bottom, I thought. Maybe I'm just a little strange. It's got a baby blue, a pink, a light purple, and then it's got a kind of a purpley blue, another pink, which I think would be cool to use as a blush color, believe it or not. This one's kind of like a pinky purple, and then you got a dark blue, and then a really dark, like a midnight blue. So then I'll go ahead and show you how I did these, same as I did the other one. I took this color by itself, this color by itself, this color by itself, and then I combined each one together and did them side by side. So this is the top sparkle by itself, and then this is the top sparkle combined with the first color in the second row. So you can see that it has quite a bit of sparkle, and then combined with the color below, it just gives it a really beautiful shimmery sparkle. So here's the second color, or the color right here from the second row, and then here it is with the sparkle on top of it. So it really does make a big difference. Alright, here is the second color in the top row by itself, and then here is the color in the second row alone. Here it is with the sparkle on top of it. So here's the sparkle alone. Here's the sparkle on top of the color. And I know this is a really bad angle. So there's the color by itself. It's got a little sparkle to it anyway, but then here it is when you put the sparkle on top of it. Alright, and then here is the sparkle shade alone. And it's this, not the one on the end, but the one right next to it. And then the one on the end is the shade right there. I know this is horrible I know I'm going to get comments, but I'm sorry. And then here is the shade on the end with the glitter on top of it. Okay. And then the last two, because I ran out of room, are the two matte shades which are on the bottom. It is a blue and then a really dark blue, which is almost looks purple. And they're both matte, and I really didn't think they were that great. They were very patchy, and the one on the very end looked quite sheer. So overall, I think the pinks were kind of pretty, and the sparkle shades in this one were great. So this one was kind of like half hit, half miss. And again, this one was called Lights, Camera, Attraction. Alright, and we have one more left, and I think this one is the best out of the three in my own opinion. And this one is called No Neutral Ground. And this one has more of like greens and browns, which I love neutrals. They're my favorites anyway. No Neutral Ground. This one has a pink, a kind of like a white gold, and then a yellow or kind of like a dirty gold. It has a pinky or purpley dusty color, like a dusty purple, a bronzy gold, a beautiful green glitter, brown, and then a really dark kind of jade green. Okay. I'm going to move my camera this way, and I'm going to show you the swatches. Okay, so the first shade here, and I kind of did them a little backwards, so I'll show you because I've swatched them a little odd. Okay, the gold here on the far left is the gold right here on the end by itself. And then it is the gold on the green, which is on the far end there on the second row, with the sparkle on top of it. Okay, and then you see the pink there on the top row. That is the pink, and then the purple there on the second row, with the pink on top of it. And then you see the white gold glitter by itself, and that is from the middle row right there in the center there. And then you see the brown there on the second row in the center. That is the white gold glitter right here on top of this. Alright, and then just moving down, you have the second row all the way across. You have the dusty purple, the brown, and the green. Dusty purple, brown, and green. And then you have the brown and then the green there on the end. And they are definitely not matte. As you can see, they have that. They're definitely not matte. They're more of like that satiny finish. And the green has sparkle too. So this one I think is my favorite out of the three palettes. So that's it, guys. Those are all of the palettes there. Again, No Neutral Ground I believe is my favorite out of the three. Again, you know, everybody has their own opinions on these palettes, but I think this one is definitely my favorite. They're very hard to find. I have not seen them in my area at all. The No Neutral Ground was shipped to me from New York. The other ones were found, I believe, in Delaware at a Christmas tree shop. So these have shown up in, I think, Bath & Body Works, but I could not find them anywhere. So if you see these and you're interested in them, I would definitely snatch them up because they are extremely, extremely hard to find. So if you're looking for them, I hope you find them. I really do. So thanks for watching this video. Sorry for the bad camera work, but yeah, I don't have a lot to work with. So thanks for watching. Please subscribe and leave any comments or questions down below. See you guys next time. Bye.